States is facing a deepening student loan crisis. New data shows that Americans are defaulting on their federal student loans at a pace never seen before, and the numbers are alarming. Delinquent federal student loan debt surged by $12.2 billion in the March quarter, reaching a staggering $171.4 billion. That is an all-time high, surpassing the previous peak of $106.8 billion recorded in the December quarter of 2019, just before the pandemic hit the global economy. The crisis goes beyond raw numbers. The proportion of seriously delinquent loans, those overdue by 90 days or more, rose to 10.3%, up from 0.7 percentage points in a single quarter. That is the highest level since early 2020, when COVID-19 first hit American households. The more striking figure is that 2.6 million borrowers entered default in the March quarter. Before that, 1 million had already defaulted in the last 3 months of 2025. That is nearly 3.6 million Americans falling off the financial cliff in just 6 months. What's changed? Who was defaulting? The average borrower now is in default and is nearly 40 years old, up from 36.4 before the pandemic. This is no longer a story about fresh graduates struggling to find work. These are mid-career Americans, many of them carrying debt for years, now simply unable to keep up. Analysts point to the end of pandemic-era relief measures, rising living costs, and stagnant wage growth as key drivers. For millions, the loan pause gave temporary relief, but it didn't fix the underlying problem. The data source from the Economists letters paints a troubling picture. The American student loan system is not just burdened, it is breaking. With defaults accelerating and borrowers getting older, Washington faces growing pressure to address a crisis that is no longer just an economic issue. It's a generational one.